Hello, one look at our latest European satellite picture and you get the idea of just how complicated the weather story is here for the next few days. The crux of the matter, big area of high pressure pushing out of western Russia means a lot of cold air here. Further west, we've got various areas of low pressure trying to work their way in, bumping into colder air. Some heavy snow for the Pyrenees, for the Alps as well in the next few days. Still looking very showery through the eastern end of the Med. Some very wet weather for southernmost Turkey and for Cyprus on Tuesday. We'll see some rain or snow pushing across Romania. Further rain tucking into the Balkans. A wet and windy story across Italy. Sardinia and Corsica are under that rain somewhere. Perhaps a little drier across Spain and Portugal on Tuesday, but some strong winds to contend with for northern Spain and the south of France in the next 48 hours. And you can see generally pretty windy around the Med on Wednesday. Rain pushing across towards Greece, but actually the strong southerly winds ahead of the low will bump the temperatures in the likes of Athens up to 20 degrees on Wednesday. So a very mixed story. We've got some further snow to come for Switzerland, particularly for the Alps, often rather wet and windy as you saw across Italy and many parts of the Balkans. In fact, not many places, I should say, getting away with a lot of fine spells. Hello. The weather pattern across North America is very much dominated by a vast area of high pressure. At the moment, the centre sits towards the west. We will see this low, though, just bringing some rain across Florida for a time on Monday before exiting the east coast and actually into the Pacific Northwest. Fairly frequent areas of low pressure set to slam into Alaska and westernmost Canada in the next few days could bring some pretty high coastal rainfall totals and some heavy snow further inland for the likes of British Columbia. Also for the Yukon, some pretty windy conditions too. We make our way further south, clearer skies, sunshine, strong Santa Ana winds though across southern California through the early part of this week will mean critical fire conditions here. A lot of sunshine to come for San Francisco and Los Angeles, but a wet story for Seattle and some heavy rain for a time for Vancouver. Further east and generally clearing skies through the day on Monday. Temperatures for many a little below average. A legacy of cloud perhaps hanging back across the Carolinas. It will take a while as well for the showers to pull away from southernmost Florida. Quite a chilly northerly wind feeding down into the Gulf of Mexico, but we'll see that easing significantly in the next 48 hours or so, and you can see those temperatures through the east coast start to recover. Hello. Our South American weather picture sums up the story, not just for today, but the next few days quite nicely. Not a lot's going to change. Further weather systems will slam into southern Chile, drift across southern Argentina. Some heavy rain, strong winds here, and some mountain snow. Another front has stalled to the southeast of Brazil, and that will keep the rainfall coming here with some high totals and a risk of local flooding. And yet again, plentiful showers, particularly as we head up towards Venezuela and Colombia. We anticipate continuing with clearer skies, though, to the northeast of Brazil. Still a lot of sunshine and fine weather to be had across northern Argentina in the coming days, and above average temperatures are forecast here. And thanks to the Andes, perhaps we'll take out some of the wettest weather for Patagonia in the next few days, but showers for Valdivia, some persistent rain for Rio de Janeiro. Looks like Buenos Aires will get warmer, if anything, though, in the coming days before some rain on Friday. Heading further north, the tail end of a weather system pulling away from the east coast of the US will introduce some cloud and showers to Cuba on Monday. It's looking a bit quieter now for Costa Rica and Panama. There will still be some showers around here in the coming days, but not, I think, the intense and relentless rainfall we've seen in the week just gone. And in fact, for San Jose, the prospects are looking almost dry by the end of the week. Hello. As we head into the African continent on our latest satellite picture, you'll see a streak of cloud to the north. This marks the boundary of an area of high pressure that will pull some pretty cool air into the northwest of the continent in the next few days. Further south, and we're keeping a close watch on this area of showers, the potential to produce flooding, particularly across northern parts of Mozambique into Zambia and Zimbabwe, where the showers will remain, I think, pretty relentless in the days ahead. The Western Cape of South Africa generally drier and clearer, but to the east some heavier showers at times too. But for the likes of Lilongwe, Harare and Lusaka, a very wet story through the next 5 days. To the north of the continent, as indicated, below average temperatures in some spots, just 15 in Tunis on Wednesday. Quite showery for Algiers as we see an area of low pressure closing in from the Mediterranean. Across the Middle East, a fine weather story for the coming days. A strengthening shamal, though, across the Gulf could mean increased problems with blowing dust and sand, particularly for Kuwait and the likes of the UAE in the next few days. But a lot of sunshine for the region. Temperatures generally around average, although to the north they will be a little bit below as we're still continuing to pull in some colder air around an area of high pressure that extends down from Russia. Hello. On our Indian satellite image, we can see the remnants of a tropical cyclone pulling away from the southern tip of India. But it's not done with causing some weather implications for southern India for the following days. What it's basically going to do is enhance the northeasterly monsoon rainfall. So there will be some quite heavy showers to the far south of the country, some getting as far north as southern Andhra Pradesh. Some heavier rain again across Sri Lanka too. But as this low pulls away into the Arabian Sea, it is looking considerably quieter for the Maldives. Further north, we have some snow to come across the Hindu Kush that will fringe into the mountains of Afghanistan and Pakistan. We're looking at perhaps a little bit more in the way of cloud, but I anticipate not much rain further south for the likes, though, of Islamabad. Across northern India, largely clear skies and fine weather. Here's the rain to the south and some pretty heavy showers for Sri Lanka on Tuesday. For the northeast of India, a lot of fine weather and clear skies, but there could be some stubborn fog, particularly across Assam and Meghalaya. We will see temperatures recover, but only briefly across Kazakhstan in the coming days. It also gets a touch warmer for Islamabad in the short term. Plenty of showers in our outlook, though, for Colombo. For Chennai, an improving story as the rain pulls away. Hello. Looking at our latest Asian satellite picture, you can see plentiful cloud across Indonesia. Further heavy monsoon showers on the way here through the next few days as well. Frequent rain for central and southern Vietnam and some fairly relentless showers to the north of the Philippines, particularly for Luzon. Also for Taiwan, some very wet weather around through the first part of this week. In contrast, it's much quieter across Mongolia and through into the northeast of China. High pressure still here, funneling in lots of cold air from Russia. But that high will drift away northwestwards in the course of the next few days, and we will actually see temperatures coming up for the likes of Seoul and Beijing, much closer to average values by the time we get to Wednesday and Thursday. Some fairly relentless rain to come in Taipei. Manila spared some of the worst of the Philippines showers. Keeping a close eye on the Pilbara and Western Kimberley region of Australia in the next few days as a tropical low pushes onshore here. We've got pretty cool air coming into the southeast of Australia behind a series of weather fronts for the next few days, but heatwave conditions still an issue for parts of Queensland. Quite a slow-moving weather front sits to the south of the North Island and the north of the South Island of New Zealand for the next few days, and some significant rainfall accumulations are likely here with the risk of some flooding.